Okay, so I have 2 cups of flour. I'm going to sift. To this, I'm going to add boiling chicken broth. I cooked whole chickens overnight in a crock pot. And what you're hearing is my dishwasher and my husband and child playing a game. But it's okay. Make it a fork. I'm going to ladle in some broth. Boiling broth. And I'm just going to get it the consistency where it's all coming together, where I can knead it a couple of times and then roll it out and make dumplings. So you're about to see the magic happen. I like to put a little pepper in it. I like to put a little salt in it. And by little, I mean, see, a little hand. Oopsie. Yeah. Because if I had a tablespoon, I don't know for sure. Okay. Remember, leave the judging to Jesus. It's starting to boil, so I'm just going to pour this in. And then I'm going to mix it with my fork. Of course, I need more. In the chicken broth or stock, it's got that fat from the chicken in it, which is really good for the dumpling, I think. So, a little more. It's going to be super hot when I go to roll it. It's okay. I need some more. So I'm doing 2 ladles at a time. That was probably 1 ladle right there. It seems to be a cup or around about. Alright, just about got it all. I'm going to do a little bit more. You can make a biscuit like you normally do and just roll it out. Cut little biscuit pieces. Just make sure it's thin and small enough so that when it expands, it doesn't become these huge pieces. I mean, unless you like huge pieces. I don't like huge dumplings because I like to know they're done. Alright, so that looks good enough. So all I'm going to do is pour that in there. My broth is still boiling, because if you put the dumplings in and it's not boiling, it's going to be a sad business for you. It's going to deflate your dumplings and it's going to be a mushy mess. And of course you don't want that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put some flour here. I only use white lily flour. You use something else? Great. That's wonderful. Because it's all up to you. And I'm going to do what I've asked you to do and leave the judging to Jesus. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take the dumplings, they're mighty hot. And all I'm going to do is basically dump them out. Oopsie. Ooh, they're hot. I'm just going to dump them out. This beautiful glass bowl I got from my friend Tammy. Reminds me of my grandmother, the blue around it. She had some plates like that. I remember her plates looking like this. I don't know what ever happened to them. But I'm sure whoever has them treasures them. If they know they were hers. That woman could make a mean biscuit. I ain't lying to Jesus. Alright, normally I take my rings off, but don't ask me why I didn't. I just didn't. Alright. I'm just going to knead it a time or two. You don't want to work it too much because it will make it tough. Nobody likes a tough biscuit. Nobody likes a tough dumpling. Toughest thing you need in your life is Jesus, I reckon. I don't know. That's what I think. Alright, so I got that. It's still very soft and pliable. I mean, it's just very soft. It feels like a pillow. So I'm going to get my rolling pin. And I'm going to roll it out. And cut them. I want to make the dumplings as even as possible. Because they need to cook evenly. Alright. Yeah, I got it to a rolling boil back here. So I'm just going to push them that way a little bit. Get them as thin as I can. About a quarter of an inch thin. And I'm simply going to throw them into boiling water. What I like to use is my pizza cutter. Makes it so much easier to cut and keep your lines straight and uniform dumpling. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a uniform dumpling. So I'm just going to pick these up, put them back in the bowl. See, that's too thick for me. So I'll probably split that in half as I'm tossing it in. These are just too thick for me. I don't feel like eating a biscuit in every mouthful. So they don't have to be exactly right. They can be, different sizes. But thickness, I just can't have it that thick. It just doesn't work best. Got some smaller ones over here. Guess I screwed that up for the video, but it'll work out. Okay. If they seem to be a little bit too thick, I'll pinch them, spread them out a little bit. They stuck to the countertop. What in the world? It's okay. They'll still come apart good. These one look like my grandmother's. She never rolled hers, I don't think. She may have. I don't think so. She made the best biscuits in the world. Mama did too. Okay. Got people standing in line for these dumplings, y'all. I am not kidding. When you gonna make me dumplings again? Well, I don't know. Maybe this video will help them. They can make their own dumplings. I don't care about making them. I just don't have the time that they think I do. Or maybe they don't know how much time it takes to make a dumpling. Which, you're going to look at this and say, no, take no time. Leave the judge and Jesus, I don't care. Be alright. Alright, thin it out again. Use my pizza cutter. Oh, that's so much better. See how thin? Yeah, just pick it up, throw it over there. Alright, water's still boiling. I gotta hurry up with these dumplings so I can get them in there in a timely manner. You don't want your broth to boil away the water in it anyway. These are a little too thick, so I'm gonna pull them apart. You can tell when you get close to that side if you need to thin them out or not. Oh, well, what in the world? It's in that Michelle cooker. Alright, here we go. Rolling it again. Just gonna roll this one on now. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. Now we'll cook them with Crisco. And just get on through to the other side. Cut these up. Just throw them in real quick because I got to get them over into the pot. I'll let you see what that looks like in just a minute. I want to make sure you have enough flour on them to keep them separated in this bowl. So you might see me toss them around in this flour a little bit. And then I'm just going to toss them in there. I can pull them apart when I go to put them in the pot. And I will be cleaning this up afterwards. Alright, you. Let me wash my hands. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, so we have this at a rolling boil. This is just the chicken stock. And what I'm going to do, get another, again, leave the judge to Jesus. I've had this pot for 22 years. It's going to be okay. So, of course, it's at a rolling boil, so I'm just going to drop them in. And when I see that they're too long, I just separate them. As I go, I might press them down a little bit. Separate them with my fingers, but I'm constantly stirring. Again, if yours is not rolling to a rolling boil, you're going to be in some trouble with your dumplings. It's got to be at a rolling boil. You can see they're already puffing up and looking like a dumpling should. Sweet little dumplings. Alright. Just going to stir them as I go. A little bit at a time. It's also going to thicken up the broth. Make it nice. Oh shoot. That's not good. I dropped a dumpling on my eye. Can't have that happening. No, no, no. That one's going to the graveyard. Be alright. Got plenty. Remember, these dumplings are made with the broth, and so they're going to have that good, yummy chicken taste to them. The last time I did these, they didn't turn out good because I didn't have my heat up high enough and didn't realize it till I had already put them in, and that was definitely a mistake. They deflated shortly into cooking, and they were not resuscitatable. They were gone. They were no good. They're getting a little big, as you can see. So I'm kind of making them into little bitty drops, like drop biscuits, kind of. Does that make sense? Anyway, wasn't really feeling it to this video today, so it wouldn't surprise me if this didn't work out, but if it did, I'd be happy. So, I decided, well, I'm going to do it anyway. It felt good the other night, and I was just going to not go to church and, you know, stop the spread or slow the spread. I didn't really feel like it was that. I just felt it was something else. So I started feeling a little bit better, and I went. Woke up today, and I just don't feel all that great. That's okay. Today's Saturday. Went to practice on Thursday. That's what you do. We're on a praise team. Go to practice. Anyway, I'm breaking this one up into smaller pieces. I want smaller dumplings today. For some reason. Somebody else can eat the big ones. Make sure you're stirring it after every 1 or 2 dumplings, because they'll stick and make one huge glob. You don't want that. Alright. If your dumplings turn out different, you know you're welcome to message me. I don't think I can help, but I'll certainly try. Mostly because of a mistake is to be made. I've already made it. Honestly. Probably have. Okay. There's a Fortnite in the background. I don't condone it. I don't like it. No offense. But I don't judge. I just pray. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Ouch. That popped up and said, "How you doing, honey? How you doing?" These are gonna be so good. I can tell. They're already acting like mama's. What in the world? Can't get that off. Stirring as I go. Pop quiz. Why do we stir? So they don't end up in one big blob of biscuit. Yep. Hope it passed. It's the teacher in me. Can't help it. Okay. I'll let those be big. Gotta have big brother somewhere. No, I didn't have a big brother. I had a little brother. I had a little brother. And he is fabulous. So smart and just talented. He's a looker too. Of course, we look a lot alike. Anyway. Alright, we're down to the nitty gritty. Stir it, make sure I'm not sticking. Almost done with these beautiful pieces of dough. I just pushed them all together, just dump them in. It'll be alright. Alright, there's that. So once I get the dumplings going, I'll start adding in, and I think they're not going to stick, but cook and plump still. I'm going to add the chicken. My hands and wash rinsed everything. Alright, now I've got a the chicken, oh gosh, I didn't realize the steam was doing that. Anyway, I'm a very picky chicken eater. Pumpkin eater. So what I do is I shred it and throw it in. And if I see imperfections in the chicken, I don't use it. Like that. Yep, I don't use it. What'd I tell you about that? You leave that judging to Jesus. You ain't got no business. You don't understand. You don't know the story. You better leave that to Jesus. Anyway. Just pinch off the stuff I don't think is pretty. That's all I'm doing. If I was doing this for another family, which I do many times, I would take a fork and just shred it, because I don't know their preferences. So I would just take a fork and shred it and throw it in. I don't put my hands on someone else's chicken like I'm doing this. This is just for me. I'm not feeling well, so I can make it like I want to. And if you're just making it for yourself, who the heck cares, right? Anywho's, I'll throw that chicken in there. Stir it up. Get in there. You can see the dumplings are cooking nicely. They haven't deflated. Praise the Lord. I'm just kind of scared they do that again. Because, you know, last time I made it with the broth, they deflated. If you know what my problem was, you can let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's because the heat on the stove was not high enough, or the broth stock was not hot enough. And that's super important. When you're making dumplings, it's super important. Pickiest eater probably ever, but I know I don't have to pick anything out because I'm picking it out now. I used to feed the leftovers to my dog, but recently found out it's not good for it's not good for a dog. He's a miniature Australian Shepherd, and chicken is just not good for him. So they say. Okay, do a little more chicken and then I'm gonna stop. And I'll probably use the rest of the chicken for chicken salad for me for this week coming up. I'll go through it again, of course. You didn't expect anything different, did you? So anyway. Alright, friends. Just okay, stirring my soup in the background. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? What's that? Oh, sorry, I'm making soup on the back eye at the same time. See my pretty soup? Yeah, it's pretty. Super simple, I'll tell you that. I'll try to grab a dumpling. What in the world? Okay, you see how wide it is? You don't want them to be translucent. You don't want them to be slimy. You just want them to cook all the way through. Take one out and try it. I like to take the biggest one. The biggest one is done. That's all the smallest one is. And that's my daughter, again. That was probably where that dumpling was. Clean that up. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm going to take this one and do a little check. And we'll see if it's ready. They've already heard you. You don't have to be quiet. It's fine.
I can't believe you got that right above that steam.
And I'm going to pause the video because I don't like to be insulted in public. They're done. Sorry about all the steam.